When it comes to Minecraft, people typically like to install mods to alter their experience and overall have a better time. For example, a very popular title, RLCraft, would be a good choice for someone looking for a bit of a harder challenge. There exist other mods such as Pixelmon for someone a little more set back that's just trying to enjoy Minecraft but with Pokemon. Now while these mods may seem cool and all, and for the better, of course, it wouldn't be Minecraft without bringing up some other weirder types of mods. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look at today's weirdest Minecraft mods I could find. Alright, the first mod I want to review today is a mod by Eltro called IOwOcalization, or something along those lines. And to those of you who are wondering just what this mod does, well, it basically does this. I'm really not sure why anyone would want this, but you know, mods are mods, people are people, and at the end of the day, they go hand to hand. But it does get worse. It's not just the title screen, it's actually the entire game. The game in its entirety. You have stuff like the Meowth carpet, stone is stone for some reason. Good, you got some deep sway, some Puismayomin, you got some bone blocks, and just about every single block and item is altered to have that stutter and unique spelling. I actually really wanted to include this item, the Weather Horse Alma. It's just like it's dumb, alright? And it's such a long word, so the mix of stutters and that odd writing style just had to make it in the video. And if for whatever reason you thought it couldn't get worse, just wait until you're in a game having fun and you go to your pause menu. Yeah, not even the game menu can save you from this mod. You have things such as the option, statistics, to game, open to WAN, the Meowth, and of course it goes deeper than this when you actually click on these. Even the inside options are affected by this mod. As you can see at the bottom left, even that is affected. And yeah, that's the review for this mod. Pretty weird. Let's head on to the next. Quick interruption. If it's not too much to ask, could you please hit that like and subscribe button, as it means a lot to me and would highly encourage me to continue making these videos. Without further ado, let's move on to the next mod. The next mod I want to go ahead and review is none other than the Attachable Grinder by iChun. What this mod does for you is give you a new item called the Attachable Grinder that you can attach to pigs, which then just does what you'd expect. It gives you meat every few seconds, and from what I could tell, it seems to be unlimited. It's not exactly a horrible mod, and it's definitely not the worst on this list, but it's definitely odd and weird, you know? Just a grinder on a pig that gives you pork chops when you need them. Pretty useful if you ask me, but I think I'd just stick to slaughtering pigs. However, if you thought that was over, it's not, because the Attachable Grinder actually also works on zombies. Yup, zombies. And obviously you're not gonna get pork chop from a zombie. Instead, you'll be receiving rotten flesh. Can't say that this is as useful as the raw pork chops, but I guess it's still cool to see rotten flesh being thrown out of a zombie's chest. In case you were wondering, yes, upon slaying this mob, you will get the Attachable Grinder back. But now that we have reviewed this mod, I'd say it's about time to move on to the next mod, which is actually none other than Darwin. What Darwin does is essentially add Darwin's theory of evolution and genetics. This mod works by adding a spawn egg, which is optional. You can find these mobs just around wandering, going about their days, but adds a spawn egg that upon spawning gives you the option to, well, breed two completely types of animals into a more, well, evolutionized animal, the offspring. As you can see here in the video, there is a mutated pig that had pink eyes instead of the regular white eyes. Here there's a type of zombie that, well, due to the sun, actually can't stand, but it is evolutionized, as you can tell. It starts running away, which zombies don't normally do. But looking back over here, you can see that a pig and an enderman have just bred to create their offspring, which is, for now, just a little purple block. But now again, let's go ahead and I'll breed this cow and pig Pikachu to get a reddish cow textured offspring. Now these don't stay offspring forever, they actually do end up growing eventually. I don't imagine I recorded them growing up, but I know I do later show in this pre-recording some other offsprings that eventually grew up and became evolved. And I'll be completely honest right now, I feel like in this showcase slash review, I feel I haven't done this mod justice, since it is a very, very interesting concept of evolution and, well, mutations. However, I'm gonna add it in here and still say that it is a pretty weird mod, just because for some odd reason you can breed a pig and an enderman. Which, I mean, I understand, but like, come on. But now for the part we've been waiting for, the actual offspring being mutated into its adult self. As you can see here, I'm following an offspring, doing my own thing, and all of a sudden, wham! It just grows right in front of my face. It's definitely not a pretty sight. You can tell this is a mutation between a pig and a Squirtle, or maybe even the Enderman. I forgot, but it's standing on two legs and it's built like a Squirtle, so honestly, who knows. But now going on to the final mod, we have the main event, the most beautiful mod I've perhaps ever seen, a mod called Trail Mix. Now, just by looking at the image and the description, you can tell that this is bound to do some crazy stuff. I personally nominate this mod the #1 mod on this list because of this little trail mix that, when fed to pigs, makes them go meow when pigs fly, am I right? But despite this trail mix being fed to pigs in this little preview, this trail mix can also be consumed by the player. As you can see in this part of the recording, upon consuming the trail mix, you will instantly be granted with super speed and another power being super strength. Here you can see that upon consuming the trail mix, you will be granted with the trail mix status effect, which is basically how you know that you have consumed it, as if the orange glow around your screen wasn't enough. And here I'm just showing off how the glowstone looks pretty similar to it. And while I'm on the topic of glowstone, I will go ahead and show you how to craft it in Minecraft. You don't exactly need a crafting table for this, I just did because I like to have more space and to show off something else. But the 4 things you need are redstone, sugar, some glowstone, and gunpowder. What you want to do is just set them up all in the crafting table where you want. It's really no order. I found that out on accident. I assumed it'd just be like in one corner of the crafting table, but it really isn't. Set it wherever you want and you'll still end up with the trail mix. Now, the final part of this mod that I want to showcase is this Nyan Pig launcher. It's pretty self-explanatory, but if you're someone that prefers to learn visually, here you go. Okay, I'm kind of looking back at the recording right now. I thought it looked a lot cooler in my head. These frames are horrible and the pixels, you could basically count them. Pardon that. Looking forward to getting better equipment in the future. So if you could, please like and subscribe. And with that being said, this is the end of the video. I had fun playing with all these mods, especially Tromix, because who wouldn't want a bazooka that shoots flying pigs? But that doesn't mean I don't like any of the others. They were all fun to review and play with, but unfortunately, it is time to end this video. That is Minecraft's weirdest mods. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace out. Hello everybody, Kay here. I'm currently recording this like 3 hours after I finish editing and recording that Minecraft video. Yeah, I'm my own recorder and editor. I know it's not anything special. A lot of people do it. I just wanted to let all of you know that not a fake account. I'm not a scam account. I'm not a troll account. I am a genuine person with genuine feelings, just trying to be a YouTuber. I like playing games and I like recording, so like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. My setup isn't the best. It came to me when I was recording the video that I was like, wow, these frame drops are insane. And the quality isn't the best either, but I made do with what I had, and I hope you guys can see me for that. Again, I'm a real person, and I hope this video finds you well. Thank all of you, and have a good rest of your days.